Hey guys, Matt Guzman here, back with another video, and today's going to be about how to get the hiking merit badge. Now, hiking is one of the I'm saying it's one of the harder ones because it's physically demanding. And the thing about hiking is that it's a choice of three of either hiking, cycling, or swimming. Well, what does that mean? That means if you're trying to make Eagle Scout, you only need to have one of these out of the Eagle required merit badges. In my case, I'm just going to get all of them just because, but the first one I got was swimming and then cycling. Now I'm working on hiking. I've done videos before on how to get these, but these are either or merit badges, and both my swimming merit badge is on my main channel, which I'll link that in the description. And then my other one I did a video on a few months ago. So swimming and cycling, I'd say swimming is, if you have a pool, swimming would probably be the easiest. If you're more of an outdoorsy person, cycling, it might be better because you're riding a bike. And hiking is just kind of extreme because it's really physically demanding. I mean, like, they're all physically demanding, but I think hiking is the more extraneous one. So now that we have that out of the way of the choice, how to prepare for hiking activities. First, you want to study good outdoor ethics, give yourself time to prepare for hikes, wear good shoes, take shorter practice hikes, and know your routes where you're hiking. These are all very important key points when you're going on hikes, especially if you're going on the longer ones where you need to be hiking for longer distances and it's demanding more stuff from your body. But what do you bring on a longer hike? Well, what I do is I bring a day pack that has my 10 essentials and a bottle of water. Not that much, but enough to keep you going and energized for that hike. Also, a couple points, like scout-wise, look through the scouting requirements and compare the tenderfoot, second class, and first class requirements to the hiking requirements for the merit badge. And if that sounds familiar, it should, because I've previously made a video on my main channel, which is what I was talking about, that covers tenderfoot, second class, and first class requirements for hiking with your family for Boy Scouts. And what this did is it covered the requirements that you could do for each of those in the scouting career, and what you can do with those to compare it to the hiking merit badge requirements. If some of you remember from my cooking merit badge videos, there was a disclaimer talking about you can't transfer merit badge requirements over to rank requirements. However, on the hiking merit badge, there's actually a disclaimer saying you can do that if you have the hikes from the merit badge going over to the rank requirements or rank advancements. However, you cannot have, let's say, a hike going to the hiking merit badge and a hike going for the camping merit badge, and you're counting it for both. You can't do that. They still have to be separate, but you can do that for rank advancements, so that's why I made that other video talking about rank advancements for hiking. So, getting right into the actual merit badge. Number 1 says to do the following. 1A says to explain to the counselor the most likely hazards you may encounter while hiking. This is similar to the start of almost every merit badge where it talks about the health and safety section, about the injuries that you can prevent and how to deal with it. So it should be similar and almost exactly the same as the rest of them, just pertain it to hiking. And what you should do to anticipate, help prevent, and mitigate and respond to these hazards. 1B also says to do the following. Show that you know first aid for injuries or illnesses that could occur while hiking. And these injuries are hypothermia, frostbite, dehydration, heat exhaustion, heat stroke, sunburn, hyperventilation, altitude sickness, sprained ankle, blisters, insect stings, tick bites, and a snake bite. And those should sound familiar as well, because almost all of those are verbatim from the first aid merit badge. So, and also some of those are also in a tenderfoot requirement 4A, if you're wondering about that. But this requirement is like almost any other first aid requirement, and it's about the same things as well. And I made a video on this on my main channel. I'll put that link in the description. But this is just in case you're on a hike and something happens, you'll be able to tend to that person or people that are injured. But the first aid merit badge, I also did a video about that. That link will be in the description as well. But this is just normal when you're taking merit badges, and the first requirement is usually about safety and injuries. So just remember how to do those, so in case something does happen on your hike, you'll be able to provide aid for the people or persons that are hurt. Moving on to number 2, explain and show points of good hiking. Include proper outdoor ethics, hiking safety in the daytime and at nighttime, courtesy to others, choice of footwear, and proper care of feet and footwear. So those are all good points you should know before going on a hike. If you have bad shoes, if you're hiking at night without any reflective gear, and if you're going on long distance without preparing, that might be bad for you, physically and also safety wise. So you want to make sure that you know what to do before going on a hike and what you're supposed to do during the hike. Moving on to number 3. Pretty simple. Explain how hiking is an aerobic activity. Develop a plan for conditioning yourself for a 10-mile hike, or 10-mile hikes, plural, and describe how you will increase your fitness for longer hikes. So you don't actually have to take a hike right now, but you need to prepare for the long hikes. So even though it doesn't actually say you need to follow the plan, it's probably better to follow that plan you make, because once you start getting to the longer hikes, it gets really strange or extraneous for your body. So once you develop that plan, I recommend you follow that plan as well, so you're able to do long hikes. Number 4, take 5 of the following hikes. They just jumped right into 5 different hikes. So this is what takes most people a long time to do, these hikes first. Each on a different day, so they have to be 5 days, and each of continuous miles. These hikes must be taken in the following order. The 5 hikes are 1 5-mile hike, 3 10-mile hikes, and a 15-mile hike. I have not done the 15-mile hike yet, but I did do the 5-mile hike and the 3 10s. The 5 and the 2 10s I did at La Noche while taking the badge. 5-mile hike and then 3 10s and the 15. The 15 I'll probably have to start practicing again to go on shorter hikes to work up to sustain myself on the 15-mile hike. Number 5, this is the one that most people stop at this merit badge. Take a hike of 20 continuous miles in one day following a hike plan that you have prepared. So no doubt this will be really hard to do. So why are most scouts discouraged from this requirement? Well, a couple of scouts I talked to said they stopped doing the merit badge at this point because 20 miles is just way too much. And I agree, 20 miles is a long distance to go, but as long as you did the 10s and 15s and 5s beforehand, you should be fine. I will admit that the cycling merit badge has a 22-mile stretch that you need to do at the end, but that's different. You're cycling, you're not working yourself as much, so the 20 miles straight up hiking would be harder, which is why you have to work your way up, taking small hikes little by little, so you're not as exhausted and you're not straining yourself as much on the big 20-mile. Stop for as many short rest periods as needed, as well as one meal, but not for an extended period. Example, staying overnight. It has to be done within 20 continuous miles within one day. However, this does mean that for the other hikes, the 5, the 10s, and the 15, that could be done overnight as long as you're not like doing 5 miles one night, 5 miles the other day, and counting it as 10. You can't do that. But what we did on this camp out, where I'm seeing footage from here, we did a 10-mile for one day, and the next day we did a 5-mile. I already had the 5-mile by then, but the other kids who didn't have the 5-mile got those both done at the same time. So you can do that where you're spending overnights to accomplish different things, but it has to be on different days and on the same day. But the 20-miler also has to be done on one day, on the same day, without any breaks overnight. And the last requirement, number 6. After each of those hikes in requirement 4 and 5, so 6 hikes overall, after one of those, write a short reflection of your experience on those hikes. Also, give dates and descriptions of the routes covered, the weather, and interesting things that you saw. Share your report with the merit badge counselor. I also have a few more footages to show for when I went on the hikes and just what the trail looked like, the scenery, the weather, the stuff that it tells you to go over here. So as I said before, I took the hiking merit badge at La Noche and got my 1 5-miler and 2 10-milers done. And your report can go something like this. It still has to be written, but you could say like it was very sunny outside. We were shaded by the trees, so it was easier to stay hydrated. In my case, I took the Adventure Camp Trail, which consisted of the Paul Stein Camp and Alpine Challenge, which was this long hike over different courses of like action courses. And then we went to this crossroads where we had to choose a direction if we wanted to go to these weird places. The scenery was very nice, and it was very easy to keep up with the trail because of how flat it was. Eventually, we reached to the end of a dock where there was a lake that we could take a rest break off, and then once we were done, we continued off into the trail and got done with our 10-mile hike. So there you go, there's a report. Thank you for watching my video on how to get the hiking merit badge. If you did enjoy, please like it, turn on notifications on my channel, and I'll see you all in the next video.